Hi everyone, welcome back. Good to see you here. Today we have a wonderful and exciting story for you. In this video, we will use a special technique called shadowing. Shadowing means listening and repeating. This will help you improve your English speaking skills. So listen carefully and repeat after me. The story is about Lucia, a young woman who is going on an adventure. She is traveling to California. But her journey is not as simple as she thinks. Something unexpected happens, and she learns an important lesson. Let's begin. Lucia woke up early in the morning. Today was a very special day. She was finally going on her dream trip to California. She had been planning this trip for months. She packed her bags carefully, choosing her best clothes and favorite books. She checked her suitcase one last time. Do I have everything? She asked herself. She saw her passport and ticket on the table. Yes, I am ready, she said with a big smile. Her best friend Anna came to pick her up. Are you excited? Anna asked. Yes. But I am also a little nervous, Lucia said. Don't worry, you will have a great time, Anna said. Anna drove her to the airport. The roads were busy and cars were moving fast. Lucia looked outside the window and thought about all the fun she would have in California. She imagined visiting the beaches, trying new food, and meeting new people. Finally, they reached the airport. Lucia saw the big glass doors and the huge departure board. The airport was full of people. Some were walking fast, some were talking on the phone, and some were saying goodbye to their loved ones. Lucia took a deep breath. Okay, let's do this, she said to herself. She walked to the check-in counter. A friendly lady smiled at her. Where are you flying today? The lady asked. To California, Lucia said, feeling excited. The lady typed something on her computer and looked at Lucia's ticket. Your seat number is 55D, she said. Here is your boarding pass. Lucia took the pass and smiled. Thank you, she said. She put her boarding pass in her bag and went to security check. She saw a long line of people. Everyone had to remove their jackets and put their bags on a moving belt. When it was Lucia's turn, she placed her bag on the belt. She also took off her jacket and shoes, just like the others. The security officer checked her bag and gave her a nod. You can go, he said. Lucia smiled and picked up her bag. She put on her jacket and shoes and walked toward the waiting area. She found a big glass window and sat near it. She looked outside and saw the airplanes. Wow, they look so huge, she thought. She waited for some time. Then she heard an announcement. Passengers for Flight 789 to California, please board now. Lucia stood up. Her heart was beating fast. She was really going now. She showed her boarding pass to the airline staff and walked inside the plane. Lucia entered the plane. It was bigger than she imagined. There were many rows of seats and people were finding their places. She started walking down the aisle. What was my seat number? She thought. Suddenly, she stopped. She had forgotten her seat number. She felt a little nervous. People were walking behind her. She quickly opened her bag and searched for her boarding pass. Where is it? Where is it? She whispered to herself. Finally, she found it. Oh, my seat is 55D, she said with relief. She walked ahead and found her seat. A kind man sitting near her smiled. Hello, he said. Lucia smiled back. She tried to lift her bag to put it in the overhead bin, but it was heavy. The man saw her struggling and stood up. Let me help you, he said. Oh, thank you, Lucia said, feeling grateful. She sat down, fastened her seatbelt, and took a deep breath. I did it! I'm really on my way to California, she thought. The flight attendant gave safety instructions. Then the plane started moving. It went faster and faster. Suddenly it lifted into the sky. Lucia looked out the window. She saw the city below her. The cars looked tiny. Soon the plane was flying above the clouds. Everything looked so peaceful and beautiful. After some time, the flight attendant came with a cart. Would you like something to eat? She asked. Lucia looked at the food options. "Yes, I would like some pasta and water, please," she said. The flight attendant gave her a tray. The food smelled delicious. Lucia ate slowly and enjoyed every bite. She looked around. Some people were sleeping, some were reading books, and some were watching movies. Lucia decided to listen to music. She put on her headphones and closed her eyes. The soft music made her feel relaxed. After a few hours, she heard the captain's voice. "Ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving in California. Please fasten your seatbelts." Lucia felt excited. She looked outside and saw the beautiful lights of the city. The plane slowly went down. Finally, it landed smoothly. The passengers clapped. Lucia smiled. "I did it! I am in California." She took her bag and walked out of the plane. She followed the signs to baggage claim. She waited for her suitcase. After a few minutes, she saw it and picked it up. She walked toward the exit and took a deep breath. The air smelled different. It felt fresh and new. Lucia had finally reached her destination. Her journey was full of small challenges, but she learned something important. Always stay calm and enjoy the experience. She smiled to herself and thought, "This is just the beginning of my adventure." Now let's practice some important travel phrases. Listen and repeat. Where is the check-in counter? Can I have a window seat, please? What is my seat number? Excuse me, is this seat taken? Can you help me put my bag in the overhead bin? I would like some water, please. How long is the flight? Where is the baggage claim? These phrases will help you during your travels. Here are some important travel tips to remember. Always check your flight details before going to the airport. Keep your passport and boarding pass in a safe place. Arrive early at the airport to avoid stress. Remember your seat number to avoid confusion. Be polite to the staff and other passengers. Drink water and stay hydrated during the flight. Keep your important items in your carry-on bag. Follow all safety instructions on the plane. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to comment below. I also hope you learned something new. Keep practicing and improving your English.